On October 29th, 2017, the 5-2 Pittsburgh Steelers went to take on a Detroit Lions team sitting at 3-3. After having a 2-0 record at the start of the season, the Lions their previous 4 games have gone 1-3 and were now set to face one of the most complete and talented offenses in the league. After allowing 52 points on the road against the New Orleans Saints, and with another Hall of Fame quarterback to go up against the following game, the Lions had to game plan on what to take away from the Steelers' offense. And in the passing game, the clear-cut favorite was to try and remove the Steelers' leading receiver, and the person who led the team in receiving yards the week prior against their division rival, Antonio Brown. Whoa, that's not what I meant. I meant prime Antonio Brown. Oh boy. A prime Antonio Brown who was on pace to become one of the greatest receivers to ever play the game, who up to this point in his career has had 1,200 receiving yards, 100 receptions or more in the last 3 seasons, was first in the league for receiving yards back in the 2014 season, and was second in the league with 1,800 yards the year after. So with that knowledge in mind, the Lions opted for putting their best player in the secondary against their opponent's best player. Darius Slay at this point of his career was a 5th-year pro emerging as an all-pro level corner, and was looking to record a career high in interceptions. And with an up-and-coming all-pro versus a prime Antonio Brown, the game was nothing less than crazy.
Dumps it over the middle, and over the middle, and that is going to be Roethlisberger. Gives him a lot of room here. Juju Smith-Schuster off to the races, inside the 30, the 20, the 10, touchdown.
Before I go any further in depth of the Darius Slay and Antonio Brown matchup, my channel is currently in the bottomless pit that is the YouTube algorithm, so hitting the like and subscribe button would be greatly appreciated. And with all that being said, let's get straight into the matchup. Darius Slay shadowed Antonio Brown on 77% of his routes, and on the routes that AB was targeted against Slay, the completion percentage was just 25%, as Antonio Brown was just 1 of 4 for 9 yards. On Brown's 9-yard gain, the Lions decided to heat up Big Ben and rush 6 on the play, while also playing a single high safety look with everyone else man-to-man. With 2 receivers in a tight split, Slay lines head up to outside just in case there's a switch by these receivers. With Brown working on the inside route, Eli Rogers' job is to clear out the DB just for Brown to have enough space to cut back inside. AB stems Slay enough outside to get him to think he's pushing up to the numbers for just a second, and he's able to cross his face to make the reception. Later on in the same drive, Roethlisberger takes a deep shot on the fade route with Slay lined up on AB. Because Slay is able to stay patient and work initially lateral when AB pushes up the field, Slay is able to widen the release of AB, and with safety help over the top, it puts more pressure on Big Ben to make a great throw. The extra push right here by Slay may have been a little unnecessary since it creates separation for AB with that 2-arm extension. However, Slay being physical in his 4.3 speed was what led to this being incomplete. On 2nd and 8 early in the 3rd quarter, Brown lines up in tight again, and with Le'Veon Bell also to his side, Slay gives himself outside leverage to cover the majority of open space since it's also zone coverage. AB presses Slay's leverage as much as possible, and since Brown instead runs a curl in the weak spot of the zone, AB is able to get open on the route. But because of the late push off to Slay right before the catch is made, the Steelers are flagged for an offensive penalty, and they have to go back 8 yards. The very next play on 2nd and 18, Roethlisberger goes to AB again, but because Slay is in zone coverage once again, he knows he has safety help back inside. Slay is able to funnel AB's route inside enough to make this another difficult throw, and the ball falls incomplete. The very last play of the Brown and Slay matchup is what highlights Slay's best traits as a corner. Slay plays a soft press technique, stays patient, and collisions AB enough to throw off the timing of the route. Slay is able to reroute AB all the way to the sideline, and the ball falls incomplete. Slay's ability to stay patient, be physical, have great hips, and track the ball in the air as a DB was what made him stand out in this game. And it was when AB either worked in the slot or was on the opposite side of the field was he able to get himself involved. But unfortunately for the Lions, with the game plan being so heavily focused on AB, they forgot the Steelers had another emerging wide receiver. Take this for example where on the opening play of the game, the Steelers fake a screen to Antonio Brown. The Lions defense is so heavily focused on Brown, that Juju is able to rack up huge yards on the fake block and go. Juju had a huge breakout game as he totaled 7 receptions, 193 yards, and 1 touchdown to end the game. Juju's breakout performance and a crucial 4th down stop by the defense helped push the Steelers over the top in a 20-15 win. This game is one of the more interesting games to look back on, largely because a number of players used the opportunity to have a breakout performance, especially with one player showing that he can go toe-to-toe with the NFL's best receivers. And that player has earned the title Big Play Slay.
Straight ahead. Oh, the ball's out. Coming out of there with the football is Darius Slay. Slay on the move to the outside. Blockers in front of him. Slay all by himself down the field.
If you guys enjoyed the video, I would really appreciate it if you could go on down and hit the like and subscribe button. Hope you guys have a happy new year, and I will see you all in the next video.